I am Nigusi Zena. I'm originally from Ethiopia, but now I work for Africa Rice Center. Africa Rice Center is the center of excellence for rice research in Africa, and the headquarters is in Ivory Coast, but the center has 5 offices. So one of the office is in Madagascar. Right now I am located in Madagascar. So I work on rice breeding. I'm a rice breeder by training, and I am very much motivated to join the great course, because for me the gender issue is a dichotomy, because as human beings we exist like a man and a woman, and we know that we cannot exist without one another. And when it comes to production, we left behind the 50% of the labor or the agricultural participants behind. So it affects our progress, and we are working toward this food security and poverty alleviation. But when we leave the 50% of agricultural workforce in sub-Saharan Africa, it is difficult to comprehend why we are thinking of achieving this goal while we do not consider the major participants in agricultural sector. So I found out that GREAT is offering a training which looks into the gender aspect of all our research activities. So when we say, food security and poverty alleviation, developing a technology is one thing, but the beneficiaries that we are addressing is another issue. If we target both men and women with our technology, then we are benefiting both gender and we can succeed in our projects. Otherwise, if we just focus on productivity, that productivity may have positive impact or negative impact in one of the gender. So this course enables us or me to understand how to consider both genders in terms of the project designing, implementation, and monitoring and evaluation of the project outcome. At the beginning, when I joined the course, I was a bit skeptical because I feel like I will be, I assumed I will be getting only theoretical knowledge why women in sub-Saharan Africa are not addressed in our project activities. I work in a STRASA project, which is Stress Tolerant Rice for Africa and Southeast Asia. And I am in charge of developing cold tolerant rice for high elevation environments in East Africa. And developing the technology is one side of the story. But in our project, we also involve the women participation. But was it enough? Does it have an impact? So I was able to gain some knowledge how to consider the gender aspect in every steps of the project analysis. In fact, to remind me, I was given a gender lens where I have to look each stage of my activity through this gender lens. So it is a good reminder if I want to see my products are benefiting both men and women in Africa. So this is a great knowledge, and the course also is not only theoretical. We have theoretical courses or lectures by seasoned lecturers from Makerere University and Cornell University, but also it also encompasses all the practical issues. We have field practical activities which give us insight on how men and women see a variety, how they benefit from a certain variety, and what do we consider in developing a variety. So this aspect of the knowledge is not only for gender responsive research, but in all the project activities it is very useful. For instance, the quantitative and qualitative research analysis that we learn, and the implementation and evaluation of the project in every step. It is empowering for any researcher, not only being gender responsive, but it's overall knowledge that we gather. But in the meantime, it reminds us the lacking element in our research activities, which make our product holistic when we deliver it to the end users.